Bit about the trade deadline, or at the very least the trade market. I know it's only May 15th, so you're a month and a half away, but all right, we're starting to get a sense as to who's who in this league. And Toronto's been a disappointment. They have some guys with a year and a half remaining, names like Bichette and Vlad Jr. We know Houston does not look the way they're supposed to, and names like Justin Tucker and Alex Bregman have come up. Certainly,
not Justin Tucker, Kyle Tucker.
Kyle Tucker. Did I say Justin Tucker? Sorry, Kyle Tucker. Excuse me. And then you got the Mets. I mean, like, there's a few of these teams. If you're the Mariners, who are you starting to have some conversation? The A's are another one. Brett Rooker.
And can I add one little piece to this? Jim Bowden was on with Bump and Stacy, our afternoon show, midday show here at the station, and said, frankly, the Mariners may have to make an uncomfortable decision to give away Jerry Dipoto, and Justin may have to make an uncomfortable decision with their starting pitching in order to get that bat.
They don't have to make an uncomfortable decision with their starting pitching. They don't. They would have to make an uncomfortable decision with their prospects. Mm-hmm. And when you've done as good of a job of drafting and developing as they have, that is the consequence of that, right? But let's look at an uncomfortable decision that they've made in the past, guys. They traded Noelvi Marte, and they traded Edwin Arroyo. And they did so at a time when their organization wasn't as deep in prospects. And now, whether it is Colt Emerson, who, I think the industry believes is the best prospect in the organization, or Harry Ford, who's really good but kind of blocked. And you could potentially move Harry Ford to another position. Like, he's enough of an athlete where he doesn't need to be a catcher. Lazaro Montes has taken a big leap forward this year, and people love him. Felnine Celestine, he's really good. Like, he's going to be really
get ready
good.
for Modesto. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. And Farmelo too. Like, I think once the Orioles prospects graduate, and they still got a few of them left, right? I think there's an argument to be made that the position-playing prospects in the Mariners organization are the best in Major League Baseball. And so if you want to win now, guys, it's a pretty good way to go out and do it. Keeping your awesome big league pitching staff intact. And going out and getting a bat, a right now bat, for guys who, may not be part of this immediate future, this immediate window where everyone's healthy.
So which of those bats do you like?
I like all of them. All of them. Like, all of them make this lineup better, right? I don't think that Kyle Tucker's getting traded, at least within the division. I do not foresee that happening. The Giants could be an interesting trade partner. How would you like Pete Alonso as a Mariner?
A lot.
I will say this, like, Ty France hit a big home run last night.
He did. Yeah, but there's plenty of ways you can move things around. Yes, Ty France did have a big home run. Pete Alonso's a better hitter than Ty France. Certainly, he brings more power.
I'll tell you who's a fascinating name, and follow me here, Passan, for just a second. I think a fascinating name in all of this, and what you could sell tremendously, because it's about selling and getting back impact, difference makers. I think maybe of all of those names, sure, Felnine Celestine's hitting the cover off the ball, and a bunch of them are really young and showing great. I think the guy you could really sell is Logan Evans. Because you can say, do you want the next Logan Gilbert? Look at what we've done. Look at what we have done in our development. Look at what we have done in our process here, which you talk about and have said is some of the best in all of baseball. You want the next Logan Gilbert? You want the next George Kirby? You're not getting them. We're keeping those first guys, but you want the next one? His name's Logan Evans, and he is absolutely on fire down in Double-A. And we know the boom and bust risk nature of pitching. Could a Logan Evans
Yeah.
paired with maybe one of those guys create a return that is just difference making?
Yes, absolutely. I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility. What this is going to come down to, though, is I think we're really going to see what this organization is made of. I think we're really going to see where the priorities are. If you look at the American League this year, guys,
Opportunity.
I don't know if there's a great team.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if there's a great team in the American League right
Well,
now.
we're going to get to see two of them. We're going to get to see Baltimore and New York right after Kansas City, who's pretty good, Jeff. I kind of like this Kansas City team, man.
I know the Royal, but I suppose that's my point. The Royals are a solid team. I don't know how my kid has a running joke, because he's a big Royals fan. We live in Kansas City, and he's coming to me every night and taking a video of me and saying, "Are the Royals real?" And my answer so far has been no. Now, it's been no in part because you guys know my rule about not assessing any team before June 1st. And that goes for the Mariners, that goes for the Rangers, that goes for the Royals, the Guardians, the Twins, the Orioles, the Yankees. Like, I don't really know a team and what it's made of until we get to like the month of June. And frankly, it's closer to the All-Star break. But it seems like it's a pretty wide open landscape right now in the American League. And if you've got a wide open landscape and there's no team that looks like it's going to be running away with things, that's a year you push. That's a year you go.